In this video, we are forecasting a rare late April snowstorm that will affect an area from Oklahoma to Canada. This will be followed by a huge Arctic blast that will shove unseasonably cold air all the way down to Mexico. And then we have to talk about the return to spring, as it looks like April and early May will be active once again with severe weather. Welcome back, y'all. Ryan Hall here with the weather forecast. Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at two different forecast models. First one we're going to look at is the NAM, and that one's really going to help us forecast the upcoming snowstorm because it's a shorter range model and it's a higher resolution model that lets us see into the next couple of days. And then we're going to look at the Euro model, which is a lower resolution model, but it allows us to see way further into the future, and then we can kind of seek out when that next severe weather threat's going to be. Okay, so let's get into that right now. Let's go. All right, here's a big old look at the United States of America. And as you can see, it's pretty quiet out there right now, but a lot of people are going to see thunderstorms today. Down here in New Mexico and Arizona, we're going to see some thunderstorms today and maybe some embedded elevated snow squalls. And then if we slide over here to southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, southwestern Indiana, western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee, and northern Arkansas, we're also going to see some rumbles of thunder today with some heavier rain showers. And then up here in South Dakota, all the way back into Idaho and Washington, we're going to see a general risk for your garden variety thunderstorms out there today. No big severe weather outbreak is expected today, but last but not least, down here in Florida, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather right here in the middle. As this line of storms moves to the south, it is going to spark up some bigger storms, so just be on the outlook today for that isolated severe storm, okay? So really not much of anything going on today, but a little bit of everything, if you know what I'm saying. But that's going to change as we go into the future. Let's look at the weather models. All right, like I said, we're going to start off with the NAM model, the North American model, and we're starting off around 11 a.m. today. If you want to look at the date and time, it's always displayed there above my head. Now let's pull this thing forward, and as you can see today around 5 o'clock p.m., we're going to have those heavier storms down here in Florida. We're also going to see those scattered thunderstorms popping up in Missouri and Illinois. A little bit of thunderstorm activity on the southern side of this cold front over here, and then behind it there where the cold air exists, you can see we've actually got a line of heavy snow showers moving through Montana out of Saskatchewan, and that's just going to barrel south, and that's actually what's going to cause our next big snowstorm. I don't know if you can call it a big snowstorm, but for late April, it's definitely a significant snowstorm for a lot of people, and that's really going to be the main topic of today's video. Let's keep pulling this forward, and let's watch that dip out of the south. Look at here, southwestern Minnesota around 2 a.m. on Monday, talking about some heavy snow. Much of South Dakota's got the heavy snow going on. That's moving into Nebraska now. Obviously Montana and Wyoming here, especially in the higher elevations over here, we're going to see some heavy snow. All right, it's Snowtown, baby. Yeah, I thought I was done saying that way back in March and February, but apparently we're going to be seeing Snowtown, baby, as I mean, like, shoot, son. We're getting close to May, and we're still talking about snow. Let's watch how far south this gets as we pull the radar a little bit further out into time. Check this out. The main area of concern is going to be over here. As that presses down to the south, and once it gets out of the Rocky Mountains, it's really going to expand over here. And then check this out. At 11 p.m. on Monday, we've got heavy snow in the Denver area, all the way into southwestern Nebraska and northwestern Kansas. And then that's where it really starts to expand. And look, all of Kansas now is seeing heavy snow. Southeastern Nebraska, southern Iowa, northwestern Missouri, even the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma could be seeing some flakes. You kidding me? And then let's pull it forward. There we go. Once again, now we're talking about the snow moving into Illinois, extreme southern Wisconsin. Now it's in the Chicago area. And actually, the Chicago area might be the bullseye for this storm. We're still a little while out, so I don't know if I can lock that in per se, but it does look like Chicago, Peoria, somewhere around in that region, that's going to be where the heaviest snow falls. And then, as you can see, it's a thin band of snow, and it's, you know, there's a really tight area there where the boundary exists between colder air and warmer air, and it's going to be coming through here really fast. So I feel sorry for the local meteorologists here in Illinois and Indiana and southern Michigan and western Ohio, because this is going to be a really hard storm to forecast, and a lot of them are going to get it wrong. And when you forecast snow when it's almost May here, especially for these more southern states in the Ohio Valley, and you get that wrong, people are going to come after you with pitchforks. It will be interesting to watch, to say the least. I do believe that somebody's going to see a pretty significant amount of snow out of this, especially for late April. But as you get down here into like the St. Louis region, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, southern Ohio, the chance is there for you guys to see snow, and the chance is there for some of you guys to see significant snow for this time of year. But it's too soon for me to say exactly how much. We'll talk more about this tomorrow, but watch just how fast this zips through here. Maybe around 5 a.m. on Wednesday, we're talking about heavy snow in Cincinnati, but as soon as it shows up, it gets out. And as you can see, for the most part, the interior Northeast, mid-Atlantic, and everybody over here is going to stay all rain as the warm nose of that storm is going to lift the snow off to the north and keep it in Ontario and Quebec. So here's the full progression of that storm. Once again, watch it. And there it goes. Okay, I'm going to talk about snowfall totals now. I know I'm crazy, but let's pull this out and let's see how much snow everybody's expected to get. Once again, according to this run of the NAM, this is showing that southern Michigan may have one of its more significant snowstorms of the winter season here in late April, as a lot of areas are expected to get 6, 7, maybe even 8 inches of snow. Now, here's the important part to remember as we look at these maps, okay? This is not my forecast. This is not what I'm saying is going to happen. This is a forecast model, and in fact, in late April, these snowfall maps are even less reliable than they are in the actual winter time. There are so many parameters and so many things that have to align perfectly to make accumulating snow possible this time of year, even as far north as central Michigan. So although it does look like those parameters are going to line up right now, we do have to take this with a grain of salt, and we especially have to remember the speed of this storm. This is a thin band of snow that's going to be sliding through real quick, so it will surprise me if there's actually enough time for 6 or 7 inches of snow to pile up. You also got to remember that we've got a pretty warm ground out here, so a lot of the initial snowfall is going to melt, and this snowfall map doesn't account for that. And all I'm saying is, even though it is possible that some areas in southern Michigan, northwestern Ohio, northern Indiana, and central Illinois get 6 inches of snow during this storm, it is not likely. The main thing that we're looking at here on this model is the swath, the area that could expect snow at all, okay? And to me, it looks like St. Louis, you're going to see snowflakes. Chicago, you're definitely going to see some accumulating snow. North of Indianapolis in northern Indiana, you're going to see some accumulating snow. Much of southern and southeastern Michigan, you're going to see accumulating snow. Northwestern Ohio, you're going to see accumulating snow. As of right now, if you're within this line, I would say that you can expect 1 to 3 inches of snow. If you are in the very narrow area that is inside that line, possible that you could expect 2 to 4 inches of snow. And you could see more than that, but we'll refine the forecast as we go forward. But look at this. How would you like to see 7 inches of snow there in Michigan? If you're from Michigan, let me know if you'd actually like to see that or not. And then as you can see, a general 1 to 3 inches of snow is possible through much of Kansas, southern Nebraska, southern Iowa, northern Missouri. And of course, over here in the higher elevations, we're going to be talking about that stuff piling up well over a foot in Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. And then maybe a trace of snow down here on the panhandle of Oklahoma. All right, now we're going to talk about that Euro model, and we're going to look a little bit further into the future. First, we are going to rewind it back and look at how the Euro model handles the snowstorm as well. So let's put this into motion, and there it is, okay? It's barreling down the Rocky Mountains, dropping a foot of snow in the higher elevations here. That is going to move to the south and east, combined with some more moisture in the air, and actually expand here in the central part of the United States, where we're talking about maybe some heavy snow right on the border of Kansas and Missouri here at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. And look at this wave, guys. This is cold air, all right? And then this is warm air right here. So there's a buckle in the jet stream, and this bowling ball of cold air is just going to try to swing through the United States, and any moisture that interacts with that is going to fall as snow. There you go. Right around 8 p.m. on Tuesday, it starts snowing heavily in Chicago, maybe as far south as northern Arkansas, according to the Euro. And then that's going to keep moving through. Indiana is all snow at 2 a.m. on Wednesday. Ohio gets in on the heavy snow now on 8 a.m. on Wednesday. And then that gets out of here, and we're all left with just some really cold air here around 11 p.m. on Wednesday. It is going to bring some snow to the higher elevations here in New York, Vermont, and Massachusetts. But once again, most of the heavy snow is going to be left up here for Ontario and Quebec as that wraps up and really brings a lot of wraparound snow right around the border here of Canada, Vermont, and Maine. Now that storm gets completely out of here just in time for a little ridge to build up. That's right, we've got some moisture here. We've got some instability, some storms firing up around 5 p.m. on Friday, April 23rd. And check this out. These actually intensify, and we've got a bona fide storm system moving through now the southeastern part of the United States and the Ohio Valley. Around 8 a.m. on Saturday. So it was a really fast switch here, but now we're back to talking about possibly severe weather, especially on the southern side of that low pressure system. Let's watch that race towards the east. Once again, Saturday, Sunday. This is a week from today, but it does look like we're going to have another severe weather threat, maybe a multi-day severe weather threat as this storm moves off to the east. And it's going to bring some rain up there to the interior northeast, maybe some more snow on the backside. And then finally, we are left with that springtime super warm air. We're going to have a little bit of of a heat wave move through here in late April, and that's going to set the stage for what I believe will be probably the most active period of severe weather outside of that little stretch we had in March in the beginning of May, okay? When this warm air sets up here, we're going to have a lot of time for moisture to build up, for instability to build up, and the next little storm system that we get that tries to interact with that is going to just spark chaos as far as severe weather goes somewhere in this portion of the United States. And of course, we have to look at that snowfall map once again. This one's from the Euro. It's a little bit further south, I think, than the NAM is, bringing that snow a little bit further south into Kansas and that trace of snow chance into northern Texas and a little bit more into central Oklahoma. The heaviest band of snow, once again, does still look like it's going to be in central Illinois, northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio, and southern Michigan, okay? If you're in those areas, definitely be on the lookout for some more significant snow totals. Once again, I'm saying 2 to 4 inches, but it is very possible that a few people in there get a little bit more than that. We'll refine the forecast more tomorrow, I promise. But as of right now, this is all the information we have, and I'm about plumb tired of it, son. I'm done talking about snow in February, okay? I know it snows in March and April. You know, it happens. I know this. I don't care anymore, okay? I get super pumped and excited for snowstorms in the winter, but in springtime, I'm ready for thunderstorms. But I don't control the weather, so. All right, guys, that's all the weather talk I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please slap the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn those notifications on. I am going to be posting a new video tomorrow updating you on this situation. So if you got those notifications on, you don't have to miss it, and we'll all just have a good time, okay? All right, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.